What's up, world? This your guy, Guitar K, and today we're going to be talking about comparisons, man. We got to stop comparing ourselves to everything we see walking up the street, walking down the street, social media, TV. Look, way back in the day, good old President Teddy Roosevelt, Mr. Theodore himself, said this, and I quote, "Comparison will be the thief of all joy." Now, he said this years ago, and it is still going on today. People are still comparing themselves and still letting that comparison stuff steal their joy, man. The grass is not always greener on the other side. So why? It's almost like natural for us to see something and compare ourselves to it. Oh, he got this. She got that. I want it. It's better. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We will shoulda, coulda, woulda ourselves right into a ball of stress, man. Look, everything is not for everybody. You're not in competition. The only person that you're in competition with is yourself. The only person that you should be trying to be better than is the old version of yourself. Just be better than you were yesterday. Look, true story, man. Growing up, I had a friend named Troy, light-skinned Troy. He had the good hair. He had the nice clothes. And I had my grandmother buying me just about everything that he had. See, in my mind, I thought that if I had the clothes that he had, that the girls that liked him would start to like me. Needless to say, it didn't work out the same way. I was comparing myself to him. But see, what it is we got to focus on our own strengths. We got to focus on what we got. Not what somebody else got, because we can never be nobody else. But the beauty is nobody else could be us. Only we can get the job done for us. We got to start offering what we have to the world. I was never in a million years going to be light-skinned Troy. Why not? Look at me. Look at me. I wasn't going to be him. Look, man, like Teddy Roosevelt said, comparison will steal your joy. Now, growing up, I wasn't the most joyous kid. Not in certain aspects of my life. But look, man, let me give you another story. I remember dudes used to say stuff like, let's go to a power couple like Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? Now, I would hear dudes say stuff like, "I wish I had Jay-Z's money." Bruh, you're never going to get Jay-Z's money. Why not, you say? Because it's his money. Now, can you make the same amount of money as Jay-Z? But of course. The word that I'm saying is go out and get your own money. Don't be looking for Jay-Z's money. You hear girls say, "I wish I had a body like Beyonce's." You're never going to have Beyonce's body. Why? Because it's hers. But you can do what you need to do to be the best version of yourself. You can have the best body that you could have. Now, with all this plastic surgery stuff today, that's another story for another day. Look, man, let me read something to you real quick. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own growth and celebrate your unique qualities. Practice gratitude for what you have. And remember that everyone's journey is different. Focus on your strengths and strive for your personal excellence rather than comparing yourself to others, man. I tell you, man, wisdom is better than silver and gold. Now, silver and gold is valuable, but wisdom is just a little bit more valuable than it, man. You need to get them both, but lean a little bit more on the wisdom because that'll help you keep that silver and gold. But look, man, we got to stop comparing ourselves to other people out here. The grass is not always greener, like I said. People out here wanting what other people have. God bless the child that have his own. The more you focus on your own, the more you'll have. The more you'll keep it, the less stressed out you'll be. Stop looking at what everybody else has. The Bible says that a man will be so quick to notice the splinter that's in somebody else's eye that he won't even notice the own plank that's in his own. Yeah, focus on yourself, man. Don't watch me, watch TV. Yeah, learn to level up on your own self. You're so busy noticing what everybody else is doing that you don't even notice what your own self is doing. It's real important. Stop comparing yourself to others, man. Look, stay hungry, stay humble. Stop worrying about everybody else, man. Focus on you and yourn. You and yourn. Stop comparing yourself to others, man. Look, Bill Gates said, if you compare yourself to others, you are insulting yourself. Stop insulting yourself, man. Stop insulting yourself. Quit it with the comparing. Don't compare yourself to others. Be your own competition. That comes from an anonymous person, but I like what they said, Mr. Anonymous. Don't compare yourself with other people. Compare yourself with people. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday. All that's saying is work on bettering yourself. Because while you're focusing on everybody else, you can't be bettering yourself. You're giving too much time and energy to everybody else. That time and energy that you're using to focus on someone else could be used to be leveling up yourself, man. Look, I remember when I went to a concert way back in the day. This was like in '97. It was the No Way Out tour. Puffy and Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Busta Rhymes, Usher, Mace. It was back in the day. And the person who got the less applause, now I'm not going to say he was the weakest because I enjoyed him because I was checking for him at the time. But not too many people at the time was feeling his stage presence and everything. It was Jay-Z. But if you look now, out of all of those artists that I just said, if you look back in hindsight, he is the most successful out of everybody that was on that tour. But I guarantee you that he wasn't comparing himself to all of them at the time. He was still confident in what he was doing. That's what I'm saying, man. We can't judge ourselves by what everybody else is doing. You focus on your strength. You focus on your craft. And you just better yourself. And you see, that's a prime example that in the long run, that is what will work out best for you. Because there's some other people on that tour it was called the No Way Out tour. And it was P. Diddy was out. He was headlining it. And we see where, that's another video for another day. But look, man, today, we're going to stop comparing ourselves to others, man. Look, this is 2025. And people is still letting that demon spirit of comparison steal their joy. Like I said, man, stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Focus on yourself and do what you need to do to better yourself. That comparison thing is just a trick bag, man. I remember when me and my little brother used to be in the back of my grandfather's car riding around, and we would be like, ooh, that's my car. Ooh, that's my car. People still do that when they grown. They look at somebody else's car, they look at their own and be like, I wish I had that. Don't do that. Just be grateful for what you have. Be grateful. Show gratitude, man. Don't be jealous and envious and looking at his girl and looking at her man. And, man, because that's where a lot of problems and stress come in. And stress will kill you. Stress will have you out of pocket. Stress will have you ruining your relationship. Stress will have you doing things that you shouldn't be doing, man. Wake up and just be thankful for what you have. Stop comparing yourself to others, man. You are beautiful just the way you are. You are fine right where you at. Long as you're still striving for more. Don't give up. If you're not where you want to be, work harder. If life is kicking you down, lift yourself up, man. The energy that you're using to be comparing and whining and making excuses, you could be using to lift yourself up. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. We don't have no time to be comparing and swearing and crying and whining and with all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Because that's all comparing do. Comparing just have you be like, oh man, I should've and I would've and I could've. And it's just a waste of time, basically. Comparing yourself to other people is basically wasting your time. Time that you really don't have to waste. Because while you're out there comparing, you could be leveling up. While you're out there comparing, you could be growing. You could be working out to get the body that you're comparing your body to. You could be putting in applications. You could be going to school to get that better job that you're comparing your job to. That's all I'm saying, man. This is not like a diss video. I'm not out here judging or none of that. I'm just observing, I'm just saying that what I read and what I feel, and even like personal experience, comparisons will lead you nowhere. And the grass is not always greener on the other side. What you just need to do is water your own lawn, tend to your own lawn, and it will be just as green as any grass that you ever seen. Look, man, this is your guy, Guitar K. In 2025, we're going to be out with all the comparison and into just the inner growth. Look, man, back in the day, we had an artist by the name of Miss Lauryn Hill. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about that album, man, that Miseducation. And just that one song, Lost One, I'm going to read a couple of quotes that she had in there because I just want to set my next video up, man. My favorite line from that song Lost One is consequence is no coincidence, man. I love that line. All that's saying is that wherever you are in life, it's on you to get yourself out of that. Comparing is not going to do it, man. Look, trying to pretend like your word is your bond, but until you do right, all you do will go wrong. Preach, Miss Lauren, preach. Look, wisdom is better than silver and gold. And she's not saying that silver and gold is not valuable, because obviously it is. But she's just saying that wisdom is just a little bit more valuable. And with that wisdom, you're going to be able to keep that silver and gold. Because, I mean, you know how to get it, but that wisdom is going to teach you how to get it. And, I think so many people, kind of shove that album to the side because of what she's done after that. But we can't judge that. That album still holds up today. There's so much wisdom in it. I mean, look, I would let my daughters and my nieces and everybody listen to that. It's a lot better than listening to, well, let me not judge, but I'm just saying, man, it's a lot better than listening to like City Girls and just anything in that vein, man. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I guess I'm comparing. See, there we go. Our brains is like a natural thing. It's just natural to compare. But look, my next video, I'm going to be talking about the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But like I said, in this video, we need to stop comparing ourselves to others. You're great just how you are. You're beautiful just how you are. Just if you want to be better, just work on it. Comparing ain't going to get it done. This is your guy, Guitar K. Be more shit.